Here's the truth. The belief in passive income is the most expensive mistake 95% of creatives make. Every month you delay building a real system, this myth quietly chips away at your finances, costing you upwards of $10,000 by year's end. That's 5 figures left on the table. Stop accepting this. Together, I'll show you the blueprint for income that's not passive but stable. Before we dive in, I want to be crystal clear. I'm a financial educator, not a licensed financial advisor. The ideas we talk about here are for educational purposes, to help you build awareness and ask better questions. This isn't personalized financial advice, so please always consult with a qualified professional for your unique situation. Okay, let's get into it. The reason that passive income myth is so powerful, especially for us, is because it preys on a deep, internal conflict that every creative person understands. It's the invisible wall we're taught to build between our art and commerce. On one side, you have the sacred space, the studio, the notebook, the canvas, where your best ideas are born. It's pure, it's authentic. On the other side is the world of invoices, contracts, and marketing. For many of us, that world feels transactional, uncomfortable, even a little dirty. We're told that great art shouldn't be about the money, so we learn to resent the very act of selling it. This mindset is the hidden enemy. It's what causes a brilliant photographer to charge a fraction of her worth, or a talented writer to give away their strategy for exposure. We undervalue our work because we've been conditioned to believe its value is separate from its price. And this is precisely why the passive income dream is so seductive. It promises a magical bridge over that uncomfortable world of commerce, a way to earn a living without ever having to look at the numbers, negotiate your fee, or stand firmly behind the value you create. It's a fantasy of reward without the perceived conflict. But what if that separation between art and commerce is the real illusion? What if there's a timeless principle that allows you to honor your craft and build sustainable wealth, not by avoiding the system, but by mastering it on your own terms? That principle is what I call the law of transformed value. It's an idea as old as commerce itself, but it's one we creatives often forget. The law is simple. Sustainable income is never about the thing you sell. It's about the transformation you provide. Money is simply a measure of that transformation. It's an energy exchange. When you receive $1, you're not just getting paid for your time or your materials. You are being compensated for changing someone's state, moving them from confusion to clarity, from boredom to inspiration, from a problem to a solution. This is the fundamental shift that changes everything. It reframes the entire dynamic. The photographer isn't just selling a headshot. She's providing the confidence and professionalism that helps her client land a dream job. The writer isn't just selling a blog post. He's saving a business owner 10 hours of work and giving them a voice that connects with their customers. The musician isn't just selling a track. She's creating the emotional landscape for a pivotal scene in a film. When you see your work through this lens, the conflict between art and commerce dissolves. Pricing is no longer an awkward, arbitrary guess. It becomes a confident reflection of the value you know you provide. Marketing isn't about shouting into the void. It's about finding the people you can genuinely help and starting a conversation with them. The focus moves away from "what am I getting?" and toward "what am I giving?" And ironically, when you focus on genuinely giving transformation, the receiving takes care of itself. This is the foundation of a stable, resilient, creative career. It's not a passive, hands-off fantasy. It's an active, intentional, and deeply fulfilling system built on mutual respect and tangible impact. I know this can feel a bit abstract, talking about principles and transformation. So to make this idea tangible, to really bring it to life, let's use an analogy from a world we all understand. Think of your raw creative talent like an undeveloped roll of film. Inside that dark canister is a collection of captured moments, of light and shadow, brimming with potential. But as it sits there, it's just that, potential. The passive income myth is the whisper that tells you to just leave that film on a shelf, and one day, you'll find framed, gallery-worthy prints magically appearing on your wall. We instinctively know that's absurd. To bring those images to life, you have to step into the dark room. You have to be deliberate. You choose the developer, you control the timing, you carefully manage the process. Each step is intentional, a craft you perform to transform a latent, invisible image into a tangible, valuable photograph. That darkroom process, time it and slice your business system. It's not passive. It's a place of focused creation. The final print is the transformed value you deliver. And the stable income you earn is the direct result of that intentional work. The value was never just in the film. It was in the transformation you guided with your own hands. So if we, as artists, intuitively understand this level of hands-on intention is required to create value in our work, what is the internal story we're telling ourselves that stops us from applying that same craft to building our own financial stability? That internal story we tell ourselves is a story of identity. It's the belief that our title is artist. Full stop. It's a beautiful identity, one rooted in passion and vision, but when held too tightly, it becomes a limitation. It implies our job is only to create, and that the business stuff is a foreign, uncomfortable task meant for someone else. This story keeps us in a state of passive waiting, waiting for the right agent, the perfect client, or for our work to simply be discovered. The fundamental shift, the one that unlocks real stability, is the evolution of this identity. It's the conscious decision to move from being an asterisk artist to becoming a creative professional. This doesn't mean trading your sketchbook for a spreadsheet or losing your soul. It means you become the CEO of your own craft. A creative professional recognizes that the system supporting their art is not a necessary evil. It is another canvas. It's a space to apply the same ingenuity, care, and intention you bring to your primary work. You are no longer just the creator of the work. You become the architect of the entire ecosystem that allows that work to thrive. This is the true antidote to the passive income myth. It's a shift from waiting for value to be assigned to you, to actively defining and building a structure for the value you already create. It's about honoring your craft so deeply that you build a resilient, sustainable home for it in the world. So how do we put this all together? Let's distill this mindset shift into a clear, actionable blueprint you can start using today. So the blueprint isn't a secret formula or a get-rich-quick scheme. It's a fundamental shift in perspective. It's about rejecting the fantasy of passive income and embracing your role as the architect of your own stability. The foundation is built on the law of transformed value, understanding that your income directly reflects the positive change you create for others. And the structure is built with the intentional mindset of a creative professional, one who sees building a business not as a chore but as an extension of their craft. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What is one belief you've held about money that might be holding your creative work back? If you're ready to stop waiting and start building, make sure you subscribe. We're going to continue laying out this blueprint together step by step so you can build a career that truly honors your work.